are precious metal prices that have gone through the roof. In fact, all commodities seem to have done just that. Are they going to continue on their ascent? If so, why, sir?
Well, that's I was going to say $1 million question, but I'm not sure I'm the expert in that. I guess I'd love to be, and then I'd be trading myself. But we don't risk. Metal prices aren't a big risk for us because they're a pass-through for us as a business. So, but we do make some benefit with higher metal prices, as we say. But what's actually happening is lots of demand for rare materials, particularly palladium and rhodium, which are mined principally in South Africa. And there's just a deficit of the materials at the moment with the strong recovery in the auto market, particularly in China. So we would see high metal prices for the next few years. I'm not sure they're going to go a whole lot higher, but I think the fundamentals would say they should be high for a while anyway.
Robert, I'm going to change tack completely. I'm sure we'll get some more questions on that in a moment from my colleagues. But I want to talk to you about battery technology as well. You have made absolutely huge commitments and investments in this arena as well. And yet I see also other players looking to invest aggressively in battery technology. Gigafactories I keep hearing about. Did Musk come to Luton to have a look at new factories? Is Nissan going to get huge incentives from the UK government? Is there a virtuous circle here in terms of gigafactories, battery technology, battery investments in the United Kingdom, or actually do you think you will be competing with some of these entities?
So I think the gigafactory manufacturers or people are the ones that we will supply into, because they are the cell manufacturers and we make the raw materials that will go into their supply chain. And lots of investment going on in Europe for gigafactories to enable the localization. And when I say localization, I mean really Europe rather than Asia. Localization of battery and cell manufacturing. We're investing in Europe ourselves. In our first plant in Poland is making good progress, and we announced our second plant investment in Finland as we continue to drive into this European market, which I think will grow really well. But you do have to have all elements of the supply chain here in Europe. And I think these gigafactories that are coming here in the UK, assuming they happen, I think will be good for the UK.
Robert, we're jumping around all over the place this morning, but it's kind of the nature of the beast. I wanted to ask you about your visibility around supply into the auto industry. It's just a story that we've spent so much time covering here on Squawk Box around the impact of chip delays and shortages. It's slowing the rolling off of these vehicles from the production line, which I guess means that it's slowing the sell-in of catalytic converters and other emissions technology. How much visibility do you have through the rest of the year?
So that's a really interesting question, and we have, sorry, there's an ambulance going past, so hopefully it doesn't disrupt the noise too much. We have seen a little bit of an impact over the last few months for our business, but the underlying demand in the market remains pretty robust. So this is about short-term volatility in the supply chain, and it's not just, I mean, you're hearing a lot about chips, but the whole elements of the supply chain are really quite stretched post the pandemic. So I think you're going to see some volatility month on month, but by the second half of the year, or certainly come Christmas time, and remember we're a March year end, so our second half should be pretty strong as we get through that whole chip issue. But I think we are seeing volatility at the moment. We're talking about a few percentage points, mid-single digits type percentage points in demand, ultimate demand going down. Not whole-scale changes though for us.